Check it. Alright guys, what is up? You are back with another video of Data Zero, and in this video we're going to be looking at the S&P 500, AMC, and APE. I'm going to give you guys my prediction for this week, what I'm looking at, and all the news you need to know. And the futures are open, so we're going to look at that as well and see what's going on and where the markets are headed. So without wasting any more time, let's look at the charts, the facts, the data, and see what we have going on. Alright guys, what is up? You are back with another video of Data Zero, and in this video we're going to be looking at the S&P 500. We're going to be looking at AMC and APE. We are doing an overall market update. This is going to get you ready for tomorrow's trading week, okay? I did a video just like this on Sunday, but this video has a little bit more information, up-to-date information, and everything you need to know. So here is what's going on for the S&P 500. I do believe that the S&P 500 is going to be in a little bit of a bullish run. I think we're going to get some bullish momentum and start heading to the upside. I think that we're in a uptrend. Obviously, we're in this uptrend that you guys can see, higher high, and then we have a higher low, higher low, higher low. So now what I'm thinking is going to happen is we are in this ascending wedge formation. I do think the S&P 500 is going to trend up for quite some time, be in a slight uptrend and start moving to the upside, retest this high of about 4,330, and then maybe even retest this high of 4,600 before retracing and retesting these bottoms. So as far as right now, that is what I'm looking at. Now, what is telling me this is a lot of bullish signals flashing. First of all, on the daily time frame, we have this golden cross. Anytime the 50 EMA, which is marked in gold, crosses over the white EMA, which is the 200 EMA marked in white, that is called a golden cross. This is a signal that a bullish signal that traders use to determine if a stock is bullish or not. Smart money uses it, sophisticated traders uses it, even hedge funds use this signal. Now, also, if we look at the MACD, it is bullish. So we do have bullish MACD, and of course we are in this uptrend, and of course we did break out of this overall downtrend, macro downtrend. So this has been a huge downtrend that we have been playing with. This downtrend is one of the most important trend lines on the S&P 500 chart right now, and as you guys can see, we broke above that, retested it, broke below it, broke out of it, retested it, and now we are moving to the upside. So I do think we do have some upside here on SPY based off all of these technicals. Now, we even have more technicals telling us that this is going to be bullish. So if we go ahead and put on the super trend for buy and sell signals, and the super trend gives you buy and sell signals based off a few metrics. As you guys can see, we have a buy signal here on the super trend here on the daily time frame, which is extremely bullish in my personal opinion, and on the 4-hour time frame. But if you go on the daily time frame, it gives you less false signals. As you guys can see, it normally comes with these larger runs to the upside. Buy signal on the daily time frame, buy signal, and if we go back in history, you guys can see that these buy signals come with these larger movements to the upside. So I do think we do have a lot of bullish momentum coming here on the week, coming here up on the week. So now if we also look at the pre-market data on the futures, you guys can see that stock futures rise slightly or ahead of key inflation data. So we have inflation data coming out. Basically, I always say, if you show me the charts, I will tell you the news. Basically, the charts are going to determine if something is in a bullish pattern or a bearish pattern. The macro charts, the bigger time frames, when you look at the bigger things. So once the bull run starts, it really doesn't matter. So like in this case, like once you got the buy signal in the weekly time frame and the bull run started for the S&P 500, once those types of things happen, the direction is going to be the direction. So it could cause some volatility in the short term, but overall, it is basically just like a soap opera for the people in the markets, and you can really determine what's going on based on the charts and the facts and the data. But these are data points that you can use to put in your overall analysis. But me, I tend to focus on the technical side of things. So guys, as you guys can see, we do have bullish news coming out for the stock market, and the futures are up in pre-market data, so things are looking good in my personal opinion for that bullish move on Monday that I do suspect is coming, and that is what I'm looking at. And if we look at right now, you guys can see that the futures are up. All futures are up. Nasdaq, Dow, S&P 500, all of that good stuff. So guys, we are looking very good for a bullish continuation to the upside, and I am predicting a bullish week for the SPY. I'm predicting a weak green weekly candle, and that is my prediction. And you could check out my other videos for other predictions for this week. Now, as far as AMC is concerned, what I'm looking at for AMC is a bullish week. I do think we are going to have a green weekly candle. I gave price targets of a high of $8 and a low of $5 in my last weekly update video. So the weekly update I did on Saturday, I predicted those as the price targets for what I'm looking at, and I am sticking with those predictions throughout the week. We'll look at those and see if they're correct, and I will do videos and analysis to show that. But I am thinking we are going to have a bullish weak here. Why? Because we do have a couple of bullish signals. So first of all, AMC's in this slight falling wedge pattern after making this nice bullish continuation, or this nice bullish run to the upside. A falling wedge is a bullish continuation pattern, which means that it's going to keep going to the upside. So you guys can see that we're in this falling wedge on the smaller time frames. If we go ahead and zoom out, all we have to do to get out of this falling wedge is break above and hold about 480 and break up to like 490. If we break above 490 and hold, which I'm thinking we might do pre-market, start moving up pre-market, come up to the upside, come up to maybe about 490, hit our head on 490, stay in that range, and then start the day. Then once the bell opens, we might move back down to this 460 region, maybe even 430 at the absolute low, retest that, and then start to move to the upside. So that would be the bear scenario, moving down to 430. I'm thinking the bullish scenario would be like moving up in pre-market, moving up to the 490 range, and then just taking off during the bell. Obviously, that'd be the most bear scenario or the bullish scenario. But what I'm thinking is the most likely scenario is for us to move up to this 490 region. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and draw it out for you guys so you guys can see that. So we can go ahead and move up to this 490 region, then maybe hit our head on that 490 region. Bell opens, come back down to about 460, and then continue up throughout to the day, past $5, maybe past that 590 region, but about to $5 on Monday. So that is what I'm looking at on Monday. This is my prediction for Monday. Of course, if it was extremely accurate, that'd be on point, but this is just one prediction of many. But I am thinking that we are going to have a bullish week overall. As you guys can see, we do have that buy signal on the 2-hour time frame, the 4-hour time frame. These normally indicate large movement to the upside. And we have, if you go ahead and look at the EMAs, go ahead, turn the super trends off. You guys can see that we closed above on the 4-hour time frame. We closed above the 50 EMA, which is very, very bullish. It is a bullish indicator. On the daily time frame, we are right below the 50 EMA. And if we get above that point of $5.18, you could see a nice push to the upside, especially with the amount of call options in the call options chain. As you guys can see, there is a ton of gamma. This is last week's data, but you guys can see there's a ton of gamma in the options chain at $5 and $6. If we look at the shares available to borrow, it is at 200,000, so it is at 200,000 shares available to borrow. If we look at the short interest, it's 24.64%, and again, shares at 200,000 shares available to borrow. Now, if we look at the cost of borrow has absolutely skyrocketed, and if we look at the dates between the last time that happened between 212 and 223, so if we go ahead and look at 212, 223, go ahead and go to the daily chart looking at 212, 223. So this is on the daily chart. Look at my mouse, 212, go back, 212, 212, 212. So we're going to have to zoom out a little bit. As you guys can see right here, 212 to 223 was this range here when we had this run up from about $4 to about $8. So that's what cost to borrow does. Cost to borrow does matter. Yes, there are synthetic shares, but it makes it harder for the shorts to open up new legitimate positions. So it does matter. And if shorts open up these positions with this huge cost to borrow and the price goes up just a little bit, they have to close because they're going to be such underwater because they're already paying about 800 to 1,000% to open up the short. And now they have to close because their short position is in the red. It makes no sense to open short positions at these lows, but they are doing it anyway, and it could cause a massive move to the upside, especially with all the puts that we have on the April 27th expiration date. We have so many puts, it's 90% puts. That alone could send us to the moon. I am thinking it's bullish. There is a 10% chance that the market is saying it's going to be bullish, and I am bullish for that reason. When I say the market, I'm saying that based off the puts because it is 90% puts on AMC. On that April 27th expiration date, and that alone could send us to the moon. And again, I think something big is coming for AMC. I think we're winding up for a big move. If we go ahead and put on the Bollinger Bands, you guys can see that they're getting tight on the weekly time frame, and last time they got tight and we had green weekly MACD, we had a run up like this, and we had a run up like this, and we had a run up like this. So we are due for a big run up on AMC, and that is what I'm looking at in my personal opinion. If we go ahead and look at the smaller time frames, zoom back in so we can get more indications that this week is going to be a bullish week. You guys can see that the the Bollinger Bands are getting very, very tight on the daily time frame, letting me know volatility is coming. It is going to be to the upside because we have green weekly MACD or green bullish MACD on the daily time frame, and we are above that blue medium line, which means the percentage of the move, the percentages of the chance of the move being to the upside are very, very high. The Bollinger Bands, when they get tight, that's telling you that a large move is coming to the up or down side. And the way to determine if it's going to be the up or down side, again, is if it's above that blue medium line and if MACD is bullish and if you're getting bullish buy signals on the super trend, which we have. So AMC is looking like a big move is definitely coming and setting up for a nice run to the upside, in my personal opinion. Again, this is not financial advice. If we go ahead and put on the Hakanashi style candles, this can help you determine if a uptrend or downtrend is in because it measures candles off of volume. As you guys can see, uptrends are very easy to identify with this. You guys can see that we are in an uptrend. If we go to the 4-hour time frame and zoom in a little bit more, you guys can see that we're in an uptrend, and I suspect that uptrend to continue throughout the week, and that is what I'm looking at. And these are all the technicals telling me that my prediction is going to be right and that we are going to have a green week and a green weekly candle print. So this is what I'm looking at. And if you also go ahead and put on the alligator, here's another confirmation that I'm going to be right. As you guys can see, the alligator has a bullish band, which is green, and a bearish band, which is blue. And then when the wick move has a lot of momentum to it, it has a lot of width in between the bands, and as you guys can see, there is a lot of width in between the bands, telling me that the move still has a ton of momentum. And if we put on the momentum indicator down here at the bottom of the screen, you guys can see that it's moved to the upside, and we have a ton of momentum telling me that this move to the upside is going to continue. So that is what I'm looking at for AMC and the overall stock market. Let's quickly look at APE and then wrap up the video. Basically, like I said with APE, I think it's going to be range bound. I don't think it's going to go much lower than $1.20 per share. I don't think it's going to go lower than $1.20 per share, but I do think APE is literal gold because it is on Yahoo's most shorted list. There's a 13F filing showing that if APE is converted to AMC, they have to cover their shorts, which means APE would have a monumental pop if that happens. And also, all of this short interest is pushing APE down. APE should be the same price as AMC. It could be converted to AMC, and if converted, you literally get all that profit in the arbitrage trade. So there's many reasons to hold and buy APE. That is why I don't think it's going back down to 69 cents. They need to keep it close. So if the arbitrage trade goes through, then they could try to close the gap like we've seen before when AMC dumped and APE pumped when the conversion went through. So that is what I'm looking at on APE. I do think APE has room to move to the upside. I do think we are building bullish momentum. As you guys can see, if you look at the MACD on the daily time frame, we do have green MACD on the daily time frame, and we are flipping bullish here on the alligator. indicator. And if we go ahead and put on the Bollinger Bands, you guys can see the Bollinger Bands are squeezing very, very tight, telling me that volatility is coming. And we are above that green or that blue medium line, telling me the volatility is going to be to the upside. So I do think a move is coming for APE, but if not, we're going to be range bound for this week. But I think it will be either a flat week. I think it's going to be slightly green, unless we get that move that I'm looking for to the upside, a nice pop to the upside. Then we would have a nicer move to the upside, moving to probably this $2, $2.50 range. But my prediction for APE as far as the week, I think we'll close at the high of $2, $2.50 at the absolute high, and I think the low that we'll close for APE is $1.60. So I do think we will have a green week this week for APE. But guys, this is everything I'm looking at for AMC and APE in the overall stock market, getting you absolutely prepared for this trading week, letting you know exactly what's going on. The news you need to look out for again that will cause volatility is year-over-year core inflation rating, the FOMC minutes, PPI data coming out on Thursday and on Wednesday. So all of this stuff you do have to be aware of that will cause volatility. But if you show me the charts, I will tell you the news, and that is just my opinion. But if you look at the macro picture and look at the charts and look at everything, that is the fact that if you just show them the charts and do the technical analysis, they can literally tell you the news, and that is the matter of fact when you're in a macro outlook. So guys, that is the video. Hopefully you found it informative. I know I did. If you did, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content like this, and as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. Alright guys, that was the video. Hopefully you found it informative. I know I did. If you did, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content like this, and remember you can check me out on Twitter and Discord for even more Data Zero updates. They'll be linked down below. And please drop a like and subscribe for even more information like this. And as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.